generation.
Okay. I just want to say this, that the survival of humanity might not be all that important in the scheme of the universe.
Clear. They're asking people what they think, what you think is going to happen like within the next 25 years.
Well, there's supposed to be an earthquake in October sometime in L.A., and the guy predicted the San Francisco earthquake, the same guy predicted it 30 years ago. Predicted that like Venice Beach and Santa Monica and stuff is going to have an earthquake there. It's going to be a massive earthquake in '92. And there's a lot of things. I can tell you that. But what about the world in the future? You know,
or what would you like to be doing in 25 years?
I'd like to have a gold album. Yeah. But that's what I'm hoping for. So. Just like on TV? Because I'll say something better, you know. I'm an actor as well as a singer.
I think that the next generation is going to be either incredibly reckless or incredibly repressed. You know?
You should be free now, Patrice.
We tell them it's Wednesday.
And I don't envy that generation at all.
Some intelligent person will come along and produce an energy machine that will somehow just duplicate itself and bypass corporate stranglehold on innovative technologies and a kind of energy technology that's egalitarian, that has home use as well as corporate and city use energy that can supply. That could run a machine that could run the energy needs of a whole city. I think in the future something like that will take place.
Well, yeah.
This is
The
my
idea when
opinion. The whole world is going to hell in a handbasket, and it's thoroughly obvious.
Thanks. What is it?
With technology, people think they're God and they can control the earth, but they can't. It's like, I can't control you. You're a living being, and unless I tie you up and force you to do things, you're not going to do it, and that's what technology is doing to Mother Earth. It's tying her up and chaining her and saying, you're going to do what we want you to do. And Mother Earth, being stronger than all of us, is just saying, like that other guy said, fuck you. You know, no way. She's got to rebel, you know. Eventually, people break out, and that's what Mother Earth's doing. I think technology got us into all this trouble.
I think there'll be systems set up where each layer of the biosphere is governed by a treaty.
And hopefully some people will grow up, and I think they will actually, and stop putting up with these juvenile politicians that we have supposedly running our world. And I say that with all seriousness. As far as I'm concerned, I have seen very, very few of those individuals who behave any older than I would expect most 15 or 16-year-olds to behave. And so hopefully, I do see, now not just hopefully, I do believe that the public are getting more responsible on this and saying we won't put up with this nonsense.
Help? In the next 25 years, pot will be legal. That's right.
By that time,
George
nobody...
Bush will be dead and pot will be legal. That's my prediction. And there won't be much ozone left. Maybe there will then.
To what I worry about in this country, though, is the right wing. It's just because I'm in the arts. And there's a religious backlash that's going on that they're really trying to reverse the Constitution. And if they get their way, it'll be bad. Frank example for president.
Why not? Positive and negative are a necessary commodity in the environment, even if you take it back to the tree of knowledge of good and evil. One perception of the tree of knowledge of good and evil seems to say that if you send out mixed messages or do both positive and negative at the same time, you'll have a conflict. You know, it's just, if we go out here and we lift a hood on our car and we attach a set of battery cables to it, and rather than connecting them to another battery, we hold them up and strike them together. What do? We get a spark, right? We got a positive pole and a negative pole. Okay? It's actually maybe more simple than a lot of people believe that it is. But if you send out mixed messages, hi, how are you today? It's almost karmatic in its essence. It's almost karmatic in its essence. It's just like those lights, right? I mean, if you get down to the subatomic particles relative to the molecular structure of the energy, relative to the line and the load, you understand that there's going to be a point at which you cannot perceive the essence of what's there. It doesn't mean it's not there. It just means that our senses are not able to comprehend the true content of the energy. Right?
I follow.
Have a good holiday.
Merry Christmas.
Okay?
Merry Christmas. Thanks.
Thanks. Happy taping.
Oh, thanks. So what's going to happen is, what's happening now is people are starting to get out of their bodies and get back to their conscious contact, their ability to contact the next world, the higher beings, and they themselves are becoming higher beings. Yeah, that sounds okay. I gotta think for a minute. People are they're going to have to be people that are left here on Earth in order to repopulate the Earth, to replant it, to revegetate it, to everything. The Earth is just going to go back on its axis, and it's going to be, there's going to be floods and volcanoes and all sorts of problems with the Earth, and it's not going to be habitable by most people, except that people are able to go into this trance state and basically stay in the mountains and caves where it's safe, and then when it's safe to come back, they're the ones who are going to be able to repopulate and rehabilitate the Earth. But we're not going to be the same. We're all going to be in this, like I said, we're going to be able to go to God, come back to our bodies, go to God, come back to our bodies. We're not going to be trapped like we are now. You're a cab driver. You must have an opinion on this. What do you think is going to happen to the world in 25 years?
I don't care as long as we're still tipping.
He doesn't care as long as they're still tipping. Okay.
The bag.
People
are upset all over.
And which is kind of exciting and totally frightening.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Over the past 3 or 4 years, bam, everything's changed. Names of countries, boundaries, rulers. Nelson Mandela was free the same year Berlin Wall came down. It's pretty.
That's right.
Margaret Thatcher, all of that, just totally
Out of there.
out of there. Hostages, big changes.
I like working nights because unless you guys are here, I'm alone most of the night, I don't have to, I'm only kidding. No, but, I get a whole bunch of customers in until about 2 o'clock, and then from 2 until about 5, I'm all by myself, and I like that. I like being alone, and because it gives me time to think about things, and everybody else has the radio going on here. I usually don't have it on. So I like, I basically think I get to, you can go ahead.
Excuse me. Just be a second.
I like the fact that, I've been able to grow a lot here because customers reflect back to me what I'm doing to them. Hey, they're doing a pilot for a documentary, and they're asking people what they think the world's going to be like in the next 25 years.